creating space for a marginalized culture, and within it, we see an oasis in South Seattle reclaimed.
A Native arts nonprofit purchased a stretch of land, once again returning it to Indigenous ownership. I had the opportunity to visit what many call the city's secret garden. Walk onto this land and feel the noise of the city fade.
We come through this little channel of the laurel hedge, and this shady dappled light comes through.
Sounds of a song sparrow, a gurgling creek. You get the sense there is something precious here.
It feels really good. We couldn't believe that there was over an acre of green space just sitting in the middle of South Seattle.
The owners of this new parcel, along with this neat brick home, might surprise you. It's a Native arts nonprofit, the Yahout Indigenous Creatives Collective.
It is definitely neat to be an arts nonprofit stewarding land. We're excited to kind of break ground on that.
Literally by planting veggies and weeding invasive blackberries.
Get our hands a little dirty.
But also breaking ground when it comes to reclaiming ancestral land once stewarded by Native tribes. Forced migration and forced assimilation stripped away 99% of Indigenous land, including from Coast Salish tribes. The practice separated families, suppressed language and culture. Now there is a growing movement to right injustice and find ways to regain land lost.
People just see something's happening.
In this South Seattle case, by and for Indigenous artists.
And that we wanted to welcome everyone the land.
A big banner announces Yahout is here.
Yahout is a Lushootseed word. It comes from a beautiful story of lifting up the sky together and be able to achieve something that no single person could do alone.
The Yahout Indigenous Creatives Collective bought the land for $1.9 million in 2019 with help from several grants.
So it's about 100 feet wide and it goes 600 feet deep.
Then in March of this year, the collective also purchased the adjacent brick house.
When we need shelter from the rain, we're so happy to, have this house to retreat into. And I know so many stories will be told in there.
The goal for this space, a Native art center, is starting to take shape.
I do visual art, kind of more sculpture.
I am a graphic designer.
I'm a writer.
It's a place for artists to experiment.
One of the days I sat out here for 13 hours and just, listened to the land.
What you won't see are sterile white walls. Instead, the vision is all forms of art in all sorts of places.
So we're definitely breaking out of the standard gallery model.
But more than a place to create, she says this land is a second home.
Where Native people can gather, experience culture, I think will be really important for healing for Indigenous peoples overall.
Graphic artist Denise Emerson is Skokomish and Navajo.
And this is an elder Skokomish woman.
Emerson grew up in Seattle.
My ancestors have been here for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So knowing that I walk anywhere I go in Seattle, anywhere, is where my people were.
Yet she says being on land, reclaimed, undisputedly considered yours, that's an experience unlike any other.
It belongs to us. And that's what I like about it. It's a different kind of feeling. I'm a part of it, and I belong here.
These projects that carve out space for history and art to flourish are what make our community so special.
We want to take you now to a place that started out as an art expedition, but quickly became